when things didn't go well for Angelique, however, and she didn't quite get what she wanted, somehow she summoned this amazing amount of evil and anger and just desire for dastardly deeds. Where did you summon that from? How did you get in touch with that inner anger and I curse you, Barnabas Collins, and all the things that you had to come up with?
Gosh, I wish I had a really good answer for that. It's just acting, you know. Acting is what we do, and I guess you picture things in your mind, like snakes about to bite you, or spiders crawling on your face, or feel your heart is breaking. You know, jealousy is a strong feeling, and once you cultivate the feeling of jealousy, which I think it was really all about, she felt that she had been taken advantage of and dumped. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I mean, that's basically what I was playing. Not just an evil person, but a person who had been misused, manipulated and misused, lied to, seduced, abandoned. And then here was this lovely creature who was so good and so kind, and he loved her, not me. And you just feed on that, I guess. It's just acting.
Thank you very much, sir. My last question is, do you have any particular memories of working with Joan Bennett and or Grayson Hall? Those two women were just magnificent presences on that cast. And any particular memories you have of those two fine actresses?
Well, Grayson terrified me. Grayson had an actress she was friendly with, a young actress, and since her husband, Sam Hall, wrote for Dark Shadows, she had kind of an in. And she wanted this actress to play this part of the witch that had been written. And so when I got the part, she didn't like me. She was mad. And I didn't understand it, but she was kind of cold to me and mean to me. And we had to play these scenes where I had to boss her around. And I was standing there doing the scene, and she'd be doing that, you know, and where do you get the strength, the inner strength? I mean, it was faking it a lot, because she was very intimidating, but she was fascinating. She belonged to that generation. She was younger by 10 or so years than my mother, but she belonged to that generation of women who were theatrical, who spoke their mind rather than always saying the nice thing. And she often said things to me that ripped me to shreds, but it was what she was thinking at the moment. And actually, in the end, we became good friends, because she had a pug and I had a pug. You guys have read this story, right? No? I had a pug named Rosie, and she had a pug named Thing. And we found out, oh my God, you have a pug? I have a pug. So, you know what a pug is? It's a little dog. Okay. And let's get them together. Let's have puppies. So we spent months trying to get Thing and Rosie to do anything at all. But Rosie just sat. I kept Thing for a while. She kept Rosie for a while. Anyhow, nothing happened. But we became friends over that. And Joan Bennett. You know, Joan Bennett was a lovely person who had had a wonderful, illustrious career as a Hollywood star before she came on our set. And she had been pampered in any way that you could imagine. You know, she'd just been treated like a queen. And she comes into this situation where we get 4 rehearsals and we're doing the show. And she can't do the scene over, no retakes. And I think that the thing I admired about her the most is as you all know, one of the hardest things in life is to pull in your expectations of how you're going to be treated, because you always expect it to get better, not worse. And it was difficult for her, because she was just not used to not being able to start over and do the scene again. But she held her own, and she did a wonderful job, and she brought such cachet and fascination to our show because of her stature as a movie star. She was disciplined and well organized, and always beautifully dressed and beautifully coiffed, and a real lady. I mean, a real class act. I was not a close friend of hers, but when I did a Broadway show, opened a Broadway show, she sent me a telegram. You know, that kind of thing. Really, really nice of her.
Hi, Laura. My name is James. I think Angelique is fantastic. I think you're wonderful in the show. I just recently watched the end of the show and got a chance to see you in Parallel Times, Catherine. And I thought that you were fantastic. It was exciting to be able to see you in such a different part. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about playing that role, as well as the actor you played with, Keith Prentice. I thought you guys were fantastic in that end of the series. I wonder if you could have any memories of that.
Oh my God. Oh. You know, when I came on, this is what I'll say. When I came on the show, I wanted to be the heroine. So I played the part like the heroine. And they took me aside, and they said, honey, stop crying and whimpering and fluttering your eyelashes. You're the villain. You're the main one, okay? And it just, I couldn't imagine, because I played a lot of leads in Summer Stock. So then Jonathan took me aside and he said, you have the plum role, enjoy it. And and I was so young, I said, I've never been jealous in my life. He said, dig deep, you'll find out. He said, there'll be 1,000 ingenues, but there'll never be another witch. So just enjoy it. So over time, I came to enjoy it. But back in my head, I always wanted to be the heroine, So they finally cast me as Catherine, and I got to be, a real person, I guess. And it was terrible. I mean, there's a lesson there. Angelique was really the person. So all I can say is, I didn't enjoy it as much. And it seemed like there was too much hair and too much dress. And too much suffering and moaning and groaning and crying. I didn't ever get to know the evil. It wasn't fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.